Hello, my name is Pascale Debbané. I am Regional Coordinator at the Vatican Dicastero for promoting integral human development. On February 28th of this year, during the International Day of Prayer and Awareness Against Human Trafficking, Pope Francis encouraged the young people present to journey in dignity. He said, "I encourage you to care for dignity, yours and that of every person you meet. In this way, you can contribute to keeping hope alive." The Holy Father went on reminding them that human trafficking disfigures dignity. It limits freedom and turns people into objects to be used and discarded. The system of trafficking exploits the injustice and inequality that force millions of people to live in conditions of vulnerability. Indeed, people impoverished by economic crisis, by wars, by climate change, and many forms of instability are easily exploited. Unfortunately, trafficking is growing at an alarming rate, affecting above all migrants, women, children, and young people, all with the desire to live in dignity. How to understand human dignity? In the book of Genesis, it is written that God created man and woman in His own image. In the image of God, He created them. The Catechism of the Catholic Church adds that being in the image of God, the human individual possesses the dignity of a person who is not just something, but someone. He is capable of self-knowledge, of self-possession, and of freely giving himself and entering into communion with other persons. Because of its common origin, the human race forms a unity. From one ancestor, God made all nations to inhabit the whole earth. This law of human solidarity assures us that all men are truly brothers. Therefore, it is vital to safeguard the dignity of the human person by offering everyone real opportunities for integral human development and by implementing economic policies favorable to all communities. Every act of cruelty towards any creature is contrary to human dignity. Trafficked persons usually remain invisible, and human trafficking itself is not easily perceived or detected in one's surrounding society. The Pope asks us to pay special attention to migrants, to people displaced due to conflict, natural disasters, and persecutions, as well as those who are victims of human trafficking. Reintegrating survivors into our society, especially when away from home, is not simple, given the trauma they have suffered. By witnessing to God's merciful love, the faithful could also contribute to the conversion and rehabilitation of perpetrators of human trafficking, thus restoring their human dignity. Migrant survivors, by virtue of their very humanity, widen the sense of human fraternity. At the same time, their presence recalls the need to eradicate inequalities, injustice, and abuses. Therefore, once integrated, they will be able to become partners in the construction of a richer identity for the communities that welcome them, promoting the development of an inclusive and creative society respectful of the dignity of all. Cooperation is clearly needed at many levels, involving national and international institutions, civil society agencies, and even the world of finance. Everything is connected, and we, human beings, are united as brothers and sisters in a wonderful pilgrimage, woven together by the love God has for each one of us. Catholic organizations make existing programs targeting human trafficking more effective and create new ones. Also, it would be useful to work with other Christian churches and collaborate with followers of other religions. One would consider, among many missions, Caritas, Jesuit Refugee Services, JRS, St. Vincent de Paul, or the network of sisters through Talita Kum, for example, helping victims of human trafficking around the world and advocating through interreligious collaboration. One of the many examples I would like to give of a Catholic organization helping migrants and victims of human trafficking would be JRS. Through community centers in the governorate of Nineveh and Erbil, and Duhok, GRS Iraq provides psychosocial care to returnees, internally displaced persons, and refugees suffering from acute mental health problems, regardless of their background, with particular emphasis on genocide and traffic survivors, most from the Yazidi community. The program also helps GRS staff who face mental health and well-being issues arising from their work with displaced people or from their own displacement, since their staff are often members of the same community. In addition, their centers provide education, vocational training, and livelihood support services. GRS Iraq also undertakes family visits to support the community and facilitates legal consultations for displaced people, also in camps. Let us end with the final word from the Holy Father's message. Never tire of seeking pathways to transform our societies and prevent the shameful scourge of human trafficking, journeying in dignity against human trafficking without leaving anyone behind. The Holy Father invites us to walk together with those who are destroyed by violence of sexual and labor exploitation, to walk together with migrants, displaced persons, those who are searching for a place to live in peace with their loved ones, because together we can reaffirm courageously the value of human dignity.